On my way into a modern two-story building, I carry a backpack as well as a secret. The hidden truth was probably not very well concealed. It was stated across my forehead for all to see, written in the curls of my hair, and spoken in the tone of my speech. I was a skinny, foreign young man with very little exposure to English. This was my first day of school in America. The day was August 22nd of 2016. I walked to the entrance doors without a destiny. I didn't know where I was supposed to go. And as I was walking into this vacant and foreign hallway, I glanced at a distant mechanical clock hanging on the wall. The hands indicated the exact time of 7:57 a.m. I wasn't clearly late, but I was. The target bell had rung a minute earlier. In the process of walking to my first class, I was really confused, oddly confident, and clearly calm. However, as soon as I found my class, I encountered the door closed and locked. All of my feelings were quickly reversed. The teacher let me in the classroom with a warning and immediately turned away from me to continue her announcements. Like a scene from a movie, every student's eyes were locked on me until I reached my desk and sat down. Before my legs reached the cold plastic chair, the teacher started speaking and explaining her course and classroom rules. At least, I believe that was what she was saying. I tried my best to focus on the teacher, but I soon found myself amazed, eyes wandering around this intriguing history classroom. It was the first time I had ever actually seen, outside of a movie, pictures, quotes, colored postcards hanging on the classroom's wall. I was curious. In fact, deep inside, I felt like an explorer. Then I began to examine the unfamiliar face in this classroom. Many unrelated thoughts came across my conscience. What am I doing here? What is the teacher saying? How old is she? Is anyone looking at me? Do they know I'm foreign? The truth is, she was just having a bad hair day. She actually was not that old. Although I was overwhelmed inside, I had the misplaced confidence to raise my hand and try to ask a question. I said, "Teacher, please, here." My first interaction was enough to make me know across the school. I could see that my classmates trying to hide their laughter. They weren't successful. I could hear laughter build up in the background, and my face turned scarlet. Thankfully, Mrs. Guzman saved my soul from any further embarrassment. She was understanding and asked the students to quiet down. By using hand gestures, she tried to help me understand the culture of the classroom. Despite the fact that my presence was quickly known throughout the school as the only international student or the foreign, not one person had the courage or capacity to come ask me who I was, or even say a simple hello. Here, I was a 16-year-old boy living 4,350 miles away from my parents and my beloved Brazil. I was facing the challenge of living alone for the first time in my life. That was the start of my journey in an unknown land, a journey that undoubtedly changed me forever. I had traveled too far to feel feared or disheartened. I didn't give up after that first day. Instead of conforming to the situation, I did the opposite. My first social shock is what motivated me to master the English language. The people who laughed at me that first day were the same who applauded when I gave my first speech in class. I continued to work to become the best I could be. I became part of the school's first honors group. I excelled in all my classes. I was in the front page of the yearbook. I was recognized by the Dean of Academics for being the most improved student in my class. This success gave me the promise that I can adapt to any situation I'm put in. If 16-year-old me could survive all alone in a new country, I can handle anything. I know in all future situations, I will continue to adapt and thrive with fearlessness, determination, and psychological fortitude.